Hey Aquarius, it's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot here to do a weekly reading for you for July 20th through the 26th. All right. So, oh man, that is so bright. Whoops. It's too bright for me right now. Turn. Okay. What are we doing today? We're going to do energy. So what's the energy of the connection? What energy do you hold in the connection? What energy does your person hold in the connection? And it's going to be completely intuitive, okay? Because I'm not asking specific questions for each of the cards, okay? All right, so these are Lenormand cards. They are not meant to be read in the reverse. If they come up in the reverse, we will flip them over. All right, so the top row is going to represent you. The bottom row is going to represent your person. But of course, in a general reading, you can swap the characters if it makes more sense in the reverse. Okay, so we have that. That's you, and then the black cards represent your person. Oh, geez. It's early. What can I say? Coffee. I need some coffee. But my mind is blank. That's always a good thing. My mind is blank at the beginning of a reading. I like that energy. All right. All right, so let's start up here. All right, this is the energy of the connection. What do we have? All right, so we have the significant masculine or significant gentleman. What direction is he looking? He's looking towards the past. So, you know, this could be speaking to a masculine that is reviewing the past in some way, not over somebody or not over something, asking himself what he could have done differently. All right. Nevertheless, we have a masculine here, and what else do we have in the middle, most significant? We have the hatchet. This card is not really called the hatchet. It's called the scythe. I had no idea what a scythe was, so I'm assuming most people don't. So you can see the wheat here, and you can see this hatchet, this horrible tool here, cutting away the wheat. So this feels to me immediately like this is a masculine that has refused to cut something away, okay? Or refused to let something go. Why? Because his back is towards this tool. Okay? It could also mean that your masculine is a tool. Okay? Little side note there. Sorry, I'm sharing that because that's just what came into my head, and yes, it's cracking me up. All right, so what else do we have? All right, so we have the wishing well. This is an interesting card because, you know, it looks beautiful. It looks like, you know, your wishes coming true, and it does have that energy, but not without a lot of work, because it takes a lot of work to, you know, crank that bucket all the way down to the bottom and then get water, right? And then crank it all the way back up. All right. Hence the number 41, which breaks down to a 5, which is about, can be about chaos, can be about change and transformation, right? So it's like we have a masculine here who, you know, is refusing to let something go and might feel like it's really difficult or really hard work to get what he wishes to come true. He feels like he has to work really hard. That tells me, you know, and I associate that with the wishing well, it says that he may not have a lot of faith. So, you know, he feels like on this planet, whatever, you know, he's kind of on his own. You know, he doesn't go to a higher power. This is probably a masculine that is not necessarily very spiritually connected. All right, so keep that in mind. That's what I feel like we're dealing with here, you know, and this is significant in some way to the connection. Why? Because, you know, you might feel or have more faith just in life in general, in a higher power. You know, as far as the connection goes, this might be somebody that was in your past, you know, that you might want back in your life. Okay. Somebody that you refuse to cut away if you happen to be the feminine, you know, and you might feel like you have to work really hard to get, you know, your wishes to come true. You know, if you feel that way, then I challenge you to realize that it doesn't have to be that difficult. You know, when you allow a higher power or the universe, you know, to come into your life a little bit, and realize that you don't have to do this journey alone. Okay, so we're going to start with you right here. What do we have? Oh boy. All right, so this might be, you know, this is speaking to you as much as it's speaking to your person. We've got the Five of Pentacles. So, you know, when it comes to this connection, you have or carry an energy of lack in some way. So you either feel that the connection is seriously lacking something. You might be lacking having the person that you want in your life. Okay. What do we have here? Strength. Right? You need a lot of strength to get whatever it is that you want with whoever this is. Okay? And you might feel like you might feel uncomfortable making yourself vulnerable or opening yourself up to possibly be hurt. You know, and again, this tells me it's like you feel like you're kind of on this journey by yourself, on your own, not pulling in, not using your manifesting powers, not using the universe, not listening to what's going on around you that would help you. All right. Card of Leo, by the way, you might be dealing with a Leo. Judgment. Yep. So this, from your perspective, if this is you, you have a desire to have something come back to you, or you have a desire for a rebirth of this particular connection. I don't feel like you feel you have this connection already. And that's part of the problem, because this energy of lack not only affects your relationships, you know, it affects every aspect of your life. So it's very dangerous to be in this energy when you feel like the world isn't providing you what you need. That's what the world will show you. So this is something that you can change today. You can change that energy today simply by choosing to think about your life in a different way. Change your thoughts, change your life is true. Okay? What else do we have here? We have the Two of Wands. So There's something that you've decided to do when it comes to this connection, but you haven't done it yet. Okay? You haven't done it yet. And it might have to do with a reconciliation, because he's facing the Judgment card here, and technically so is the Strength card, so is the Five of Pentacles. So it's like you're trying to figure out what you might need to do or what you might need to add to possibly have a reconciliation here. And you know, again, I feel like instead of you figuring this out, it might work better for you to ask a question or surrender to the universe and say, I don't know what to do. You kind of feel like you know what you want to do, but you're not doing it. So it's like, is that really the right thing to do? Is that what's going to make you feel better? Do you feel like you're going to compromise yourself in any way by doing something? I feel like this needs to be looked at. What do we have here for your person? The Devil. All right, so card of Capricorn, first and foremost. You know, but this first off says that whoever this is down here definitely feels a tie, a bond. It almost feels like whoever the masculine is here, this is this person, okay? Because this masculine is refusing to either see that maybe something needed to be cut away, or doesn't want to lose a connection, even though there might be this energy between the two of you that you're not together. I don't feel like whoever the masculine is has let it go. And that might be for a very good reason. Sometimes a separation can simply mean, you know, we both have some growing to do on our own, so we can come back as better souls for each other, okay? And the Devil says that I feel like this masculine is tied to this connection in some way. Or that could be you. 10 of Wands. You know, by focusing so heavily on the past, there's a lot of burden. I feel like whoever the masculine is here, you know, really can identify what each one of these wands is when it comes to this connection. You know, these might be mistakes that this masculine made in this connection. It might be things that he might have said or done. But it weighs, I feel like it weighs very heavily on him. The past weighs very heavily on this particular masculine, him or her. And I feel like this masculine wants a new lease on life in this connection. I feel like it can be all-consuming in some ways for this particular person. It's like he wants to be given this opportunity to grow something that he was not able to do in the past. You know, this card indicates, you know, the all the work it takes to possibly have his dream. Okay, and it's interesting also that we're talking about bringing in a higher power. You know, the Devil definitely can be a higher power in the sense that that can be your thoughts, that can be, you know, the Devil is the little voice inside your head that tells you you're not a good person, or you did something terrible, or, you know, you're not good enough. That's the Devil. That's why, you know, I probably was called to talk about a higher power here a little bit, because, you know, whoever this masculine is, what are you doing to yourself? Okay? Acknowledge that maybe there were mistakes, but those mistakes happen so you could get better in this connection, get better in any connection that you're in. What else? Six of Swords, and you're making progress. There is progress happening here for you, and I feel like for the connection. Because this card, you know, you're seeing these people here out on the water, but they're in between two pieces of land. So even though these are swords, you know, I really tie this to, it can be emotional progress, or progress in how you're thinking about things, or how you're able to communicate your thoughts. So that might have been, ooh, nose is itching. That might have been part of the issue for a particular masculine in this connection. All right, so let's take a look. For you, I want to look at the Five of Pentacles for you. And the Strength card first. Five of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. It's like, what I feel like will get you out of this energy of lack, is realizing, you know, there's inspiration all around you. What is your inspiration now? When we're talking about a connection here. Does anything inspire you about this connection right now? You know, what can you, even if it's small, what can you hold on to, or what can you look forward to? Because you have this energy of, you know, both people, I feel like, have this energy of wanting something, you know, a rebirth here, or a reconciliation here, or another chance, a second chance. So what could you focus on that feels like you already have this second chance? One more. High Priestess. One more. Nine of Pentacles. All right, so that tells me this feels like, with the High Priestess and the Nine of Pentacles, it's like you have everything that you need. You can choose to be much more comfortable in your own skin than you're allowing yourself, you know? Because Nine of Pentacles is being completely comfortable on your own, being free to be who you are. How you are right now is how you're supposed to be. Okay? The Ace of Wands, you know, that might be what was missing in the past in this connection. Did you show what you were passionate about with this person? Think about what you were passionate about, because I feel like that might have been something that was missing in some way. Strength, Six of Wands. So, you know, I do feel like you have the opportunity to be successful in this connection. You do. However, you might have a tendency, you know, to have a little bit of energy of, you know, with Strength and Six of Wands here, this could be, I tend to get a little bit on my high horse. This is ego. This is ego. This is wanting to win. You know, how much of wanting this connection back is about just winning this person back, and how much of it is about the fact that you might be passionate about this person? I feel like you have to figure that out a little bit. Because sometimes for so many people, you know, that go into that makeup breakup cycle, it's just about winning the person back. And then before you know it, we're broken up for the same reasons again. So do you want to win this person back because they truly, there's something that you're truly passionate about with this person? Or is it just to keep the cycle going? And that happens all the time, and people seem completely oblivious to it sometimes. Let's get one more on that Six of Wands. Seven of Cups. I would say be careful a little bit, because it's like you want this other person to see that you are the best choice. You are the best choice for them. This particular masculine, which I feel like is probably reflected down here, but you know, it could go either way. This masculine has had a very hard time letting this go. Whether or not you have seen that, okay, or whether or not you have showed that, if you are the masculine, you know you've had a hard time letting this connection go. And so for this person up here, this feels to me like, you know what? I have no problem making this person jealous, showing this person, you know, how many people are interested in me. I can win that way. That's not a great energy to be in, I'm just going to say, okay? Because this person is already having a difficult time letting it go, if that's what is meant to happen. So, you know, if your goal is to make somebody jealous, or, I mean, really that's about hurting somebody. So if that's what's going on here, be careful of that. Or you derive strength in some way from fantasizing about this, finding your passion, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So let's clarify this. We've got Knight of Wands. Okay. So that's card of Sagittarius. That tells me that more than likely it's more about, on some days, it's definitely more about making this person a little bit jealous. In some way that empowers your ego and gives you some type of fulfillment in some way. So be careful of that energy, all right? You know, the devil here for this masculine here could be saying, you know, why do you want me back? Why do we even bother doing this? You know, we might feel connected. You know, we might be very happy to get back together, but then we fall into all of the same old patterns. If you're coming back to each other different, having learned something, great. And it's probably a good thing. If you're coming back to each other with the same energy, expect the same results. If, you know, that's just kind of how it goes. So I want to look at judgment for you. Let's look at the devil. The Ten of Wands for this person down here. First, let's look at this. Devil, Two of Pentacles. This person feels juggled. This person feels like they are an option. Remember the Seven of Cups. You have a lot of options, right? They might too, but they don't see it, okay? You have a lot of options. You might be playing with this person's head a little bit, maybe consciously doing it, maybe subconsciously doing it. Either way, this person feels like just an option to you. Okay, for some of you, that might feel really satisfying. And for others, you're like, gosh, I don't want them to feel that way. Ten of Wands for this person is Queen of Wands. Okay, so another card of Leo. We have Leo, Leo, Capricorn, Sag, a lot of fire energy. This person, I feel like the burden for this person here is they never feel quite good enough about themselves. It's not on you necessarily to have to make somebody feel good about themselves. Of course, you know, we want people to feel good about themselves, but it's not up to you to fix that in this person. It's up to this person to realize if they feel like just an option, maybe an option of many, you know, it's up to them to take a stand or to be able to face something and cut it away, or cut away a certain behavior or a certain way that they look at things. This person looks at things as being very difficult in life. Having what they want is very difficult to get. When that is the mindset, this is what happens. All right, so this person never feels quite good enough. Let's pull a card for Ace of Pentacles as well while we look at Judgment for you. Judgment clarified, Page of Swords. Ace of Pentacles, look at this. Okay, so you might be spending some time trying to figure out if this person down here is exploring other options or dating, or, you know, has moved on. Page of Swords says that you are paying attention to this person. You're watching possibly what they're doing, maybe watching on social media. You know, this is kind of, I feel like, positioning yourself for whatever reconciliation looks like for the two of you. This person is just hoping to be with, you know, I feel like hoping to have their heart's desire, which they see as very, very difficult to get because they don't feel good enough for you and they feel like just an option. First of all, when someone feels like this, they become immediately less attractive because this person is not very confident. Who do they want? They want you, Aquarius. You might know this. Some people have a hard time dealing with somebody that just wants to love them. You know, some of this behavior that might be happening from you could mean that you're internally looking at this person and saying, why do you want me? I don't treat you all that well. But I'll take you because I bring you in, you build me up, then I let you go for a while. Then when I start feeling maybe a little less than or a little lonely, I bring you in, you make me feel good, I let you go. Okay? You can see the individual issue with each person. Doesn't make anybody bad here. These are just natural human patterns that, you know, we've all been through, we all go through. But if this person suddenly turned it around, you know, and found their confidence, it would flip. Right now, I feel like you have a little more confidence in this particular connection. So what about that behavior? I mean, it's just you and me here, okay? So you don't have to feel bad about any of this if this is what's happening, but bringing realization to it, how could you do something different here to maybe help this person's confidence? This person has a confidence issue, you know, and in some way I feel like you have a self-worth issue. So that's why the two of you are being paired up. That's why, you know, the energy of the connection is, you know, happiness and fulfillment. Really hard to find because there's an internal belief here in some way for both of you that which fulfillment is difficult. So how do we handle that? We cut each other away, even though we don't want to. And then the process of getting each other back is very validating. Oh, he is interested in me. Oh, he does really love me. Oh, you know, she is still attracted to me. Let's look at the progress here. Let's look at the progress. Wow. So 10 of Pentacles. This person feels like they would be coming back to you a little bit stronger, which I like to see. Let's clarify the star here. 4 of Cups. So that tells me the pattern is going to continue here if we haven't really learned something. You know, this is you, the star, Aquarius. This person wants you, but guess what? I feel like the pattern will continue if something doesn't change here. You know, you might have lacked passion in this connection in some way. You might have been turned off. You might be easily turned off and on. You might really go by that, you know, in your relationships based on how exciting something feels. When it feels a little dry, a little maybe dull, boring, that's when you might stir it up. So again, I feel like there's a higher power needed here, but this person is making progress, but they could have their dreams kind of swept away again by you. If you are the breaker-upper, then we're probably in some type of pattern here. All right, so we're just going to throw a couple cherries on top, see what we get. Everything you need, your courage, strength, compassion, and love, everything you need is already within you. That, I feel like, is a message for this person, because you might derive your, you know, your strength and how much love you have based on this pattern of make-up, break-up, perhaps, okay? But it's already within you. Once you figure that out, then all of your relationships change. What else do we have here? And where does that power come from? It comes from within. So this is a message about your power is within you. You don't need any validation from anybody else. And that power that we're talking about is that higher power that we've been talking about throughout this. You know, when you partner with that higher power, you know, we don't have to play games like this. You know, and this can be a very, I feel like it's been a damaging pattern for both of you. But I feel like the masculine in this connection is the one whose heart is more involved in this, at least right now. Doesn't mean that can't change, but that's what I'm getting. All right, so Aquarius, that is what I have for you. If you're looking for a deeper, more personal reading, you can reach out to me. If not, no worries. I will talk to you next time. All right, thanks so much. Have a great week. Bye.